Hello beautiful people, and welcome to this plan with me. I'm inspired by this National Geographic photo. I think I was sent by actually my mother-in-law, and I really like it. This theme is surprisingly minimal but also dry, heavy. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but to do this piece of art isn't that difficult. I know it looks pretty complicated, but the underside of the octopus is suction cups, and they're all just little circles and a lot of shading. So you'll see how I do this a little bit later, but I want to talk about the pen that I'm using. I'm using a Pilot pen, and it's a Precise V5 RT. This pen is the best. It doesn't bleed through the paper. You don't have any transparency, and I just feel like it flows really good. My husband bought me a pack of these after I did like a whole bunch of research on Amazon about the best pen for people with those kinds of fancy jobs where they write a lot. And so since it's for my journal and I write a lot in there, I've been really enjoying it. I've had these pens for about a year now, I think. And then you just refill it with a little cartridge, which makes me feel like I'm saving trash out of the earth, so I like that quite a bit. This octopus is kind of like floating through the water, but like twirling at the same time, so all of the little tentacles are like mingled with each other. And so I really tried to bring that out with the depth of the shading and the angles of the suction cups. If you can see, I just did one tentacle at a time, and doing the little suction cups first, giving me kind of the line of how the tentacle was twisting and turning throughout the water, and then I was just doing shading in between. So how you do shading with just a black pen is several lines over the top of each other, makes less white space on the paper, so that makes it a darker area farther away from the eye, makes it like draw farther, like deeper into the art itself. And when there's just a few lines, it has more white space, so it looks lighter, so it's like it's raised like closer to you, to your eye, and the light is on it. And so that's really what I played with, and it makes it easy because with the pen it doesn't take up a lot of area on the paper, like with a marker or something like that has a broader tip. But with the pen, it's just a few strokes, and you're able to really focus in onto that detail of what is shaded, what's darker, and what's lighter. And there's a lot of room for mistakes without you feeling like you've ruined the piece. Since it is just black and white, everything almost looks intentional, and being that it is an organic creature, a lot of the details are what gives it that dimension, and so it really just all makes it look a lot harder than it really is. I don't know how to describe it anymore, but just give it a try, see how it works for you. But with this month's spread, I decided to do just one really big art piece, and then the rest of it just really easy, so that I could just have fun with it. I didn't want to make it too complicated, and then that way the rest of the pages have the most space for organization and for tasks and everything that he needs to keep track of. Like I said, this is my husband's bullet journal. So I have fun trying to find things that he would enjoy to look at, and try to bring back the femininity from his journal. My camera cut out. I didn't realize that I had stopped recording, so that last tentacle didn't get part of the recording, but as you can see, they're all pretty much the same, and you can just have fun with it. I feel like I got better with each one, and I really like how it turned out. So on the opposite page we have the calendar, and I used a small cursive line with just the first letter of every day of the week. He does a Sunday through Saturday calendar, which always messes me up a little bit because I'm a Monday through Sunday. I like having the weekend together on the page. It makes so much more sense to me. And so that's why I messed up here, because I was looking at my Monday to Sunday calendar and I put the first on Saturday, but this is actually supposed to be Friday. Also, my S and my F kind of look similar. I'm noticing that the F is just a little bit taller, but no problem. I just use my white out. You'll see it here. I just have like this pen, and I went over the gray, and it's pretty close. I didn't even try to use a marker over it because I know my Crayola Super Tip doesn't go over the white out, but I don't think it stands out that much. I used the opposite page to trace the corners so that I could get the same like rounded edges. And I'm making a little Dutch door. I kind of went back and forth about writing the title of the month just under the octopus, but I decided to put it on the next page, and you'll see why here in a second. But I'm doing the same stretched, very thin calligraphy using my Futonosuke hard tip pen. And I just went back to darken some of the down strokes so that you could see a little bit of difference there. And today I'm using washi tape. I know, I don't normally use washi tape. I have a few that I got from Amazon, and it was kind of like one of those inexpensive collection. So I have a few different kinds, but I am so awkward with the washi tape. I don't even know all of the different ways to do it. I put it on and then I take it off. But this way I thought it went just to give that hint of the blue behind the octopus, the water, and I kind of like how it just like centers the page and gives a border so that everything like draws your eye in, and then it brings the two pages together, the cover page with the calendar, and then the second one is my husband's notes page. Okay, like I said, this is his notes page, and it's really simple because all I'm writing is notes, and since it's right next to the art, I felt like that was it. I had thought about putting like another tentacle or something, but I decided to leave it because simplicity, minimalism, more space for productivity and writing. I'm all about that this month. Let's make it easy. So I'm doing kind of a newer weekly layout, and I know it looks a little funny that the days of the week are put backwards: Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. But that's because the right side of the spread, I've divided it in the days, but you will turn the book so that you can see the week from Monday to Sunday. And I wrote the dates on the left side so that he has a spot to write his hours for his volunteer work, and that way it'll be easy for him to count it all up at the end of the month. And then here is a enormous task list. I guess I'm a little over achiever. I've got a few things for him to do this month, and I thought it might be easy for him just to write everything out and then see how much he actually could get done, and maybe break everything down into smaller chunks to make it a little bit easier, and that way it's not overwhelming for just one thing and not being able to cross it off until it's completely done. And so I just use that same Crayola Super Tip. It's the lightest one that I could find in my 100 pack, and since they don't have numbers I can't tell you, but I went through all of them and did a little swatch, and this was the one I decided would complement. Well, and with that, here we are at the flip through. If you enjoyed it, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you feel inclined. If you want to see some still photos or some closer up photography of the octopus, you can look at my Look in the Nooks. It's in the link below. Or if you want to see some of the other spreads of my husband's journal, I have all of those in a playlist. Thanks for watching.